That'll be good.
Flexing. Come on, Dave, flex.
Hey, I'm just watching you guys. Hopefully it'll rub off on me there, hey?
Yeah. Hey?
Hey? Good, eh? Good.
Good, eh?
We're from Canada.
Canada?
Yeah, Canada. Hey, everybody out there, I'll give you a few seconds to get there. We are at the hang gliding park here in Draper, up on the hill. It is one beautiful morning this morning.
Absolutely.
We, Dave and I asked Christian to come by. Christian Jensen's kind of the guru of pretty much everything. I rely on him to help me with a lot of stuff. But today, I've tagged a real special guy, Heath Lowry. Chris Gephardt, Chris of Cottonwood Heights fame, and Heath Lowry of Cottonwood Heights police fame too. Heath was involved in an election in Custer, South Dakota, and he lost. And this is for you, Heath. The reason why I titled this "Fail Miserably," or as I put it, if you're going to make a mistake, make a glorious mistake. But what I want you to know is our heart's with you. I know exactly what it's like to run and lose. I've done it 3 times. You've done it once. I know you pour your heart out there for people. You let people get to know who you are. And remember something, you've allowed yourself to be involved in a process that should teach you huge lessons, but it was a great opportunity for me, and I hope it was a great opportunity for you. Don't give up. Do it again. It's something that if you feel like you can make change, that's what we need. We need people to run for political office that are good people that want to change the world. So Heath, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the friendship we've had for 20 some odd years. I know I haven't talked to you in a long time, but the message, at least today, from us is if you're going to fail, you know what? It's okay to fail. At least you're going to learn something from it. You make mistakes, you learn something from it. And I know, Dave, you've never failed, and Christian has never failed, right?
Never.
Any thoughts about that? I mean, you know what? I know that's one of those things we don't talk about very often, but what do you? I mean, I know you failed at things. I'm failing at things right now. What are some of your thoughts? Kind of put you on the spot.
Well, it brings me to that video of Will Smith. He has a video out there. It's pretty cool. He talks about failing big, like fail often, fail big, and basically saying failure is the reason that you find success,
right?
And failure's just part of life. I mean, it's how you get back up off the ground after you've been knocked down, especially after you weren't expecting to get knocked down.
Right.
And that brings me back to you were a pro football player, and just the lessons that you must have learned getting knocked down. I'm sure
there's been a few.
I'm sure
it's helped me.
And I'm sure it didn't happen as much with you as a lot.
Right.
It's just, dude, based off a true story right there. This guy, you don't want to mess with Bo. But actually, it makes me wonder how I've reacted over my lifetime with my failures. I know it's been a long road to learn that failures are a necessity in life. They're a blessing.
Yes.
Failures actually bless your life as much, if not more, than the actual successes you find.
Do you believe also that, the way you act during times of failure and those type of things, do you believe that's important too?
Oh yeah.
How you act?
Yeah.
But there's no real set way to act. But
other than your head through the garage wall and
right,
yeah,
exactly.
We're guys. We've got the testosterone issue that we deal with in life that most women can never understand,
right.
Just like we don't
understand them.
But
exactly.
But I just think dealing with the way you choose to deal with failure, like you say, is a critical element to finding that success that's soon to come. And look, success, in my opinion, doesn't always relate into winning necessarily, because a win can come in the way of failure as well.
Sure. Heath, that's exactly what I didn't say, was that it's actually a win for you. It's a win for the people that supported you.
Amen.
It's the win, and if you stumble, you lose somebody in your life. I can't say that that's a win, but Dave, you've lost a child. That kind of thing, how you react in that situation,
Absolutely.
probably a little different than
Yeah.
me losing an election or tripping.
It totally changed my mindset, no doubt about it. The person that I am, I wouldn't be without that. That's for sure. You're talking about the defeat or whatever. I always kind of use the analogy when something devastating happens, and it's not like in that case I don't try to diminish it, but it's like my daughter's life didn't end, my ex-wife's life didn't end, my life didn't end. I'm not trying to diminish the death or anything like that. The passing of my son, it's been almost 19 years now.
Right. Crazy
how long it's been and how fast time flies, but I just felt like you got to pick up the pieces and move on. And I feel very blessed. I have so many great friends in my life, my family and friends. I just feel so blessed. And part of it was because I had something horrific happen, and it gave me perspective on life. And I used to sweat the small things. I don't anymore.
Well, and that's what you're trying to do now, is reach out to people in that grief and in that dark place and tell them it's okay.
That's what I love about you guys, man. I mean, what you do for people every day. I try to pipe in at least for a few minutes every day, because I've got a crazy schedule, but when I can, when I'm listening to you guys, it's so real, it's so genuine, and there's no expectations attached. That's the true meaning of service. And I think when you're in the service of others, in the scriptures, in Christianity, you're in the service of God. And that, to me, that relates, that equates into quantum physics and the universe. When you're serving others, it's the solution to finding self-love, a healthy self-love, not ego, but love and compassion for others. And you guys are the perfect example. I'm not kidding when I say this. I'm not saying this to get any brownie points, because they have nothing to give me.
I don't have any shekels.
I got no shekels. But I just wanted to say, well, I can.
Oh, there goes the camera.
I'll hold this.
It's live TV. It's live TV.
Live TV. But I wanted to just literally thank you guys, both of you, for just doing what you're doing, man. I mean, it really is affecting more people than you know. And that I want you guys to take credit for that, because it actually, you get up every day and you do this every day with your busy schedule and your kids and your family, but you're constantly serving people, and it's the coolest thing that I've ever really been a part of. Well, I'm not even a part of it, really.
You are. But you are a part of it. You are a part of it.
There's a movement going on with people wanting to take your lead, man.
Well, and we want people to join the network and do similar things. It's not about us. It's about everybody out there and everybody that's struggling or succeeding or whatever else. They can connect with someone that I can't connect with. Right. You can connect with them. You're involved in a lot of projects. The one project I wanted to talk about, and I know it's taken money, but tell us about the suicide prevention stuff that you've been doing. Obviously, you've been a part of my stuff, because you've been doing push-ups and pull-ups when you can.
Trying.
Over the last 3.5 years. But no, tell them about the film, and then tell them about your latest project with Mark Shurtleff and you guys. Whoops.
We're down.
Yikes.
This wind up here. Stick it up there.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Still going?
Yeah. We're still going.
Winds up here on South Mountain. There we go. All right.
There we go.
Crazy.
All All right.
There we go.
We should be okay. We should be all right.
Maybe.
Oh, nope. There we go. We're losing cameras.
Location.
So this is just a big production.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're doing you want to do, and you've kind of advertised and stuff like that for a video that you want to do.
Well, we want to do, we ultimately we have this idea and kind of inspired film project that we'd like to produce at some point. It's going to take a lot of money to actually do it right.
Sure.
And we don't want to kind of do it halfway. We want to actually do it right. And so it's a film project kind of
meant
for resolving suicide, addiction, and depression.
Right.
And
right.
We have this hashtag that's been out there for a long time, resolving SAD,
right.
resolving suicide, addiction, and depression. And the message is basically it's exactly what you're doing. It's about being kind and serving others and doing, and Brandy Vega, she has a thing called Good Deeds Revolution.
Right. She does a great job.
GoodDeedsRevolution.org. Go look at that. What an impressive woman.
Right.
It's this, we just want to support with a film, a very well done film, talking about stories like yours and people who have lost loved ones from suicide, addiction, and depression. And there's such the core fundamental issue behind all of it. This is just my take on it. Is the lack of human connection.
Right. I think you're on to that. That's it.
Yeah, and you've been onto it for a long time, and so have you. And we there's all these people involved in this movement who don't even know each other.
Right.
There's millions of people all over the country right now who are pushing this issue, and you hear from people, and you're like, wow, they're resonating with me at a very high level.
Right.
And so we wanted to create a movement that can turn into a consistent effort in supporting people who are going out to high schools and different venues, saving lives and talking sense into bullying victims and bullying, predators in high school. There's a lot of people out there doing that kind of thing. I wish you start doing it. The high schools need you.
Be an agent.
Yeah.
Hold it up right here. Hold it up. All right, let me have that. We'll.
This is awesome.
All right, here we go. We're just gonna gorilla.
Wild world.
We're just gonna gorilla. Right here. So you've been involved in it for a while too, and with Pure 7 as well, trying to promote that and that group, the musical group and stuff like that. Dave, you can get in here. There's enough room for you.
Get in here, man.
There's enough room. So tell us what else you're involved in too. I know you're involved in. I'm going to have Mark Shurtleff on What Would Bubba Say. Damon's. I had Heather Smith-Woolsey on last Friday. I'm guest hosting. We're going to have Mark on there.
Very cool.
But tell us about that project too.
Well, and Mark, I love Mark. Geez, talk about going through hell and back.
Yeah,
the guy's amazing. He's one of the most giving, coolest, loving humans. This big monster of a guy who's he'd surprise people if they got to really know him.
Yeah.
And so we're actually producing a new podcast, video podcast network with Mark and with Mark Maxon and Shiloh Platts and some other people helping us putting the elements together, and it's going to be a network basically pushing common sense and pushing, and it's going to get into politics, it's going to get into quantum physics, and it's going to get into all these different areas. We're hoping to be able to recruit you somehow and get your own show going through it as well, and we want to open the doors to people who are wanting to resonate with the message of this country right now. The whole world needs to have some more common sense. Base their lives and their decisions and choices, especially America. We're all about America, right? I'm all about America first, and then spreading the message beyond. But if we don't start getting back to common sense and finding reasons to unite instead of constantly fighting against the two parties of this great facade of ours, isn't it crazy?
Oh, it's just insane.
We just need to. So that's really what inspired what Mark Maxon has had the Maxon Show for 17 years on K Talk. It's a local AM drive time radio show. We're going to take it out of Utah, take it to a whole other level, and we're hoping to get 1 million viewers in the first 12 months, and it's going to take a team effort, and so hope you're a part of that.
We'll be a part of it.
Yeah, boat not broken, baby.
Sounds awesome. Dave, anything from you, sir?
The only thing I wanted to, and this is, Jody Fenton, good friend of mine, she lost her son to addiction and suicide about 3 years ago. Well, this Sunday, they're having softball. It's their third annual. They're doing that at Lehigh Memorial Park off Main Street in Lehigh, and it's going from 8:30 in the morning till 5. There's plenty of softball teams going, but they're going to have food booths. It's on Sunday. This Sunday. Okay. What's that, the 10th? Is that the 10th? I think it's the 10th. So. Yeah. So June 10th, Memorial Park, 8:30 to 5 p.m. This Sunday. Jody Fenton and their fundraiser, and it's, I forget the fundraiser. I need to tag that on there, but
yeah, let's
do
tag
that.
It.
I will.
And
I'm trying to get Jody on maybe Friday, and we can
what do they do with those proceeds?
Yeah, that's what I'm didn't tag as the group is the group that they're raising. It's athletes in addiction or something like that.
Doing some good things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. That's great.
So
that's awesome.
Cool. Want to get Jody on, and that's what I've got.
We'll post it. Anything else?
No, man.
Fading out here in the wind. And we're in the wind.
We should have brought the kites,
I know.
We should have did a little bit of a jump up from the top of the mountain there today.
That's insane.
No, thanks you guys.
Yeah,
Anything
thanks for
else?
having me. No, appreciate it.
All right. Okay, everybody, go out and have a great day. Remember, it's all about the Bend and Heath Lowry. We love you, buddy. We love you, man. Do it again. Run again. We need good people in this country.
Bye.